Hello, this is Lowell Zobadidudu and welcome to another video inside LEGO Mindstorms where I'm going to be talking to you about how to use LEGO Mindstorms. And at the moment, I am not sure which block, I guess, that I'm going to be doing. If you are watching this video, maybe you might not be, because at the moment I have like the 0 subscribers, 0 viewers, so if you like my videos, if you want more of them, subscribe. I should be coming up with some more quote-unquote fun videos, hopefully, soon. And if you want to learn anything, I guess, like something you want me to talk about, any blocks that you're having trouble with, want me to talk about on a video, let me know, drop it down in the comments below, and I should be able to help you out. And I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm more than positive that I might have to pause the video because my laptop's cooling mat is battery, it's acting up and it doesn't want to like cool down my laptop. So yeah, one thing, if you have a laptop, you probably know that they get overheated really fast. It's already getting hot right now, so the quality might be a little worse, maybe not. But today I think I'm going to be talking about the math block, because remember what I said in the last episode, I'm just completely randomly picking up blocks. But since I'm on the topic of variables, I might as well just stick to it. So let's grab a variable. Yeah, might as well just stick to my variables. Okay, so, and then I'm just gonna relate everything to moving a robot, cause it seems like connecting like the programming world and the physical world together, making the robot move. That's what I personally feel, or making lights or display flash up. But you don't know how to do that yet, so I'll leave it to that. So, math. You don't know how about logic yet. I'm considering. So when I get into logic, I'll like do that. But right now I'm working with numbers, so I'll do math, round. I'll do compare, range next time, and random. But next time I'm going to have to decide that next time, because remember what I said, I don't choose my topics in previous videos. So, alright, let's get started. This should not be hard whatsoever. This video should be very straightforward. And I'm gonna grab these because I like these blocks for some reason. Sorry about that. My microphone. Math block. What else? And round block. I haven't figured out a proper way yet to put the file on YouTube. I'm considering using Dropbox or Google, but I don't think that those work properly yet, or I don't know how to use them. Possibly I don't know how to use them, but I've wasted enough time with Bandicam because they only let me record for 10 minutes. So let's see how many time. 3 minutes. All right, that's 3 minutes, and I haven't really done anything. So sorry about wasting your time this far, but this part here won't be a waste of time. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with test. I'm not going to be writing any values because I'm right now working with them. The last episode was writing values. If I can figure out how to move. That was a bad move. Okay, never mind. I'll just use a pan. Never mind. Sorry. I'm like I'm a real mess today. Right. Just like this. Okay. There we are. Okay, so in the last episode over here, I was busy working on variables, writing to different variables, well, and constants. So if you watched my last episode, then you would have seen that I was working on constants. The episode before that I was working on variables, and you would also have noticed that LEGO Mindstorms crashed on me. So if you watched the video where I actually talked about variables, sorry, this one, then you would understand that it's completely different. But enough chit chat for now. I'm going to start working on how to work with them. To work with them, you need to use data wires, and I'm assuming that you already know how to do that because I've been blindly using them throughout like all my videos. And if you didn't know what they were, then you're probably thinking that I'm really wacky. And you're right about that. So, okay. Sorry, my laptop's getting really hot. That's annoying. Alright, so I have the test variable over here, so I'm going to drag the variable, the data wire basically, and plug it in to one of these two slots. Okay, so the math block is really simple. It basically does simple addition, subtraction, divide, multiply, absolute value, square root, exponent, whatever that is, and advanced math. And advanced math is basically where you write the formulas, but I'll get into that later. Okay, so for this I'm going to need another variable to work with math blocks. Well, you don't need one, it's just convenient if you have it. I'll get into what I mean later on. Alright, so for data wires you need to drag it and plug it into one of these. So as you can see here, you have the value A and value B, and basically it's really straightforward. It adds these two values together and outputs a single value. Alright, so I'm gonna drag this test to A and lowells to B. So right now I'm adding the value of test and the value of lowells, A and B. I'm adding it together and I get this. So this is another data wire. So for now I'm going to connect this to the amount of rotations that the wheel moves forward. Alright, so if we go back into previous references and find test and lowells, I should be able to find out the value. So, yep, constants there. Lowells is 43 and test is 43 too. Alright, so I have two values that are both 43. So it'll be 43 plus 43 is equal to 1 minute. 43. I know I can do this math in my head, I'm just lazy, and the answer is 86. Nope, that's 43 plus 4. That's 4,000. Wow. I definitely do not seem to have my mouse calculating fingertips working. Alright, so 86. That was the value of this, so the robot will move forward 86 times. But now you have this, I'm guessing. You can figure out what this is. It's the number amount of decimals, I'm guessing. So basically, if you have like a value really, really big, I don't know why I'm talking to you about this before I've explained it. Alright, this is a round block. It started off with this look. Basically, if I were to change the value of, you know what, I'm just going to change the value right now. I'm going to change the value of lowells to be 0.1. Alright, so now, if I bring up the calculator, 43 plus 0.1 is 43.1, I believe. Okay, so the answer is 43.1, but let's say I want the robot to move exactly one rotation, nothing less, nothing more. Instead of dragging this over here, I would kind of buffer it in a sense to the round block, and then take the round block and then connect it. This is kind of like a buffer because it doesn't always do something. So just to be safe and not sorry, I guess. So we have this value over here. The default is 4.75. I'll explain when you can use that, but I'll just kind of explain what the round block does first. So it takes this value, which is 43.1, and inputs it, and it takes this value out. So clearly, this 43.1 is not like a round number, if you get what I mean. Like, it is an integer in the sense that it has decimals. So it'll take this value and round to the nearest whole. So the nearest whole is, if you know math properly, 43. So the answer is 43. But if, however, I made this and made this 1, the answer would be 44, and it already is a whole, so this block is clearly not really doing anything. So it would be the same as if you simply just connected it. But because we want to be safe rather than sorry, we just add this block here, and it takes care of that. And my laptop is getting even louder. Man, this is annoying. How much more video time? Oh, I'm just about out of time in this video. I don't know why I say that. I just like edited it together. Alright, so sorry about this cut. Alright, I'm continuing, and it was about like a minute or two after I finished recording, but that doesn't really matter, because I let my laptop cool down for a little bit. It's getting hot. Alright, so I forgot where I was. That's embarrassing. Lego Mindstorms does have these glitches where sometimes something appears and it doesn't go away. And the way to fix it is just to simply restart Lego Mindstorms, not your computer. Because restarting your computer is annoying, especially if it takes forever. Alright, so I ran through the variable blocks, I guess. Yeah, these variable thingy-majiggies. No, sorry, the math block and the round block. So the math block has different kind of things, so different functions, I guess. So this is really simple. It's really self-explanatory. All of these except for advanced, because after all it is advanced. Advanced can deal with up to 4 different values, A, B, C, D, and you basically write it in. So as you can see, it automatically has a lot of reset defaults of different types of multiplication math things. So you can basically like Control A, delete it. You have like all the symbols here. Sorry, it isn't default. It basically just has symbols here. So what you can do is you can write A divided by B plus C times D. And what this would do is it goes A plus B, no, A divided by B plus C times D. So because there aren't values here, this part really won't get done, but A divided by B will get done. But this also can deal with up to 4 different values. As you can see, I shouldn't have to explain that. But this is really useful when it comes to doing programs that are rather complicated, and like a scanner, I guess, something that would scan something, you might have to use something like this. I don't know for sure because I haven't done one of those with the robots, but I know that you probably might have to do something rather complicated. So this is how to use the math block for how to use the math block completed, I guess. For the round block, you have round up, which is basically the number and it rounds it up. This is rounding to the nearest whole number. This only rounds up, pretty self-explanatory. This only rounds down. This rounds to a different number of decimals. So for example, if Lowell's was 0.1234, yeah, 5, okay, whatever. Basically, it has 5 different decimal places, so it would round it, but it wants to know how many decimals. So if I answered 1, it would be 0.12. Sorry, I'm doing the math right now. 0.123. 0.123. Yeah. It's rather complicated, but if you get what I'm trying to mean, then it should be kind of easy, I guess. Kind of. Maybe not. Alright, so this is the end of this video. There'll be a annotation, I'm guessing, right about here for the next video, and yeah, nothing over here. Sorry. Alright, so well, it's Wobbity Doo Doo. Have fun, stay awesome. Yeah. And by the way, I'm trying to upload more videos. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record like 3 videos straight in a row and then upload them so I don't have to like get my recording stuff out, because it's really annoying to get my microphone, my laptop, my battery for the laptop cooling mat, and basically everything set up. So I'd rather just record like a bunch of videos one day and then just upload them, because that's rather simple. So I don't know why I just told you that, but bye, and see you in the next video if you decide to join me, if you're watching this video, which you probably aren't. Bye. See you guys later.